Welcome to The Explainer. Ever wonder what it really takes to build a legendary record label? I mean, we're not just talking about a few hit songs here and there. We're talking about building a cultural empire. Today, we're going to crack the code.
Just think about those names for a second. Motown, the absolute hit factory. Interscope, the ultimate risk taker. And Excel Records, the super selective trendsetter. They all completely dominated their eras. But how? Was it just a string of lucky breaks, or was there some kind of secret playbook they were all following? Well, that's the big question we're digging into. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to break down 3 iconic case studies to find what they all had in common. We're looking for their pillars of success. Then, we'll see how that same playbook is being used right now in the modern era to figure out the one big principle that ties it all together.
Okay, let's dive right in. First up, we're going to unpack these legends and really see what made them tick.
First up, Motown. This label didn't just sell records, it literally changed American culture. It was a finely tuned machine built to create superstars and, crucially, produce crossover hits that brought black and white audiences together. Their genius was in the details. They pioneered comprehensive artist development. We're talking everything from stage presence to media training. And they even had this innovative process for testing how songs would sound on a tinny car radio to make sure they were certified hits. And they didn't stop at music. They diversified into film and built a legacy that's just untouchable. And next, we've got Interscope, a label practically built on pure audacity. These guys signed the controversial, unconventional talent that other labels were too scared to touch. Think about the acts on Death Row Records. That move alone forged an unbreakable, powerful brand identity. And their vision was way bigger than just music. The partnership that led to Beats by Dre, that turned them into a consumer electronics juggernaut. All of this was steered by incredibly stable leadership that knew exactly how to use corporate muscle to make their artists massive.
And finally, there's XL Recordings, the absolute masters of less is more. Their whole strategy was about being selective. They obsessively hunted for truly original sounds, and they actively avoided signing anything that felt like more of the same. For them, it wasn't about scoring short-term hits. It was all about building long-term cultural relevance. They were also way ahead of their time with tech, using new digital tools to give their artists a totally unique marketing edge.
So you've got a cultural bridge, a bold risk taker, and a selective trendsetter. On the surface, 3 totally different labels, right? But when you start to look a little closer, you see this common thread, this shared DNA running through all of them. Okay, let's dive into this blueprint, because this is it. Their success really boils down to these 5 pillars. 1, strategic artist selection. It's not just about good artists, it's about artists that fit the brand. 2, that feeds into a strong brand story. 3, they back it all up with constant operational innovation. 4, they find multiple revenue sources. They don't just rely on record sales. And 5, holding the whole thing together is a consistent vision and leadership. This is the framework. And here's the real key insight. This is not just a history lesson. Those 5 pillars, they form a timeless, repeatable blueprint for building a true cultural and commercial powerhouse. It worked then, and as we're about to see, it works now. So if the blueprint is timeless, how does it actually work today? You know, in the crazy world of streaming, social media, and AI. Let's take a look at the modern playbook in action. For our modern example, let's look at a company called Elevate Studios. What's so fascinating here is how they operate as a strategic partner for artists, and they do it by applying these exact same historical principles. They've just updated them with 21st century technology. I mean, this table just lays it out perfectly. You can see the direct line from the historical approach to the modern method. Take artist development. Where Motown taught etiquette and stage presence, Elevate teaches business skills to help artists build professional, sustainable brands. Or look at innovation. Where XL was using early digital tech, Elevate is leveraging AI, the cloud, Slack, Trello, the whole modern shebang. It's the exact same playbook, just powered by a totally different set of tools. And all of this brings us to what might be the single most important takeaway from this whole explainer, the relationship between these timeless principles and our modern tools. You know, this quote from the source material just nails it. The goal is to be a strategic partner that combines the historical success models with modern technology and operational precision. That's the winning formula right there. It's about blending the hard-won wisdom of the past with the incredible power of the tools of the future. So, here's the bottom line. When you strip everything else away, the crucial point is this: the what of building a great label.
those 5 pillars we talked about, that stays the same. It's the how, the technologies you use to get it done, whether it's a car radio or a cloud server, that's the part that is always, always evolving. Which leaves us with one final big question to think about. The tools are going to keep changing, from radio to MTV to AI. They always do. So, using this timeless blueprint, what do you think the next legendary label is going to build? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.